Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Timtope Adibayo. Please do like, share and subscribe, as I'll be rolling out information about how to relocate to Canada and everything about life in Canada. I relocated to Canada a few months ago. However, my process here started in August of 2022. Something happened and it just sparked my interest in leaving the country as soon as possible. At the time, I had two options: either to go through education, that's for a higher degree, or to go through permanent residency. And I knew that I needed a few things. The first thing was to evaluate my WES, WES. That's the World Educational Services. And I decided to go to where my school was located, work on my certificate and transcript, and ensure it was sent to West. That was in November. I flew all the way to Jos to get my certificate worked on and all. I also went to Kaduna because I have 2 degrees. I went to Kaduna. I ensured that I also resolved the issue with the school in Kaduna to ensure that it was sent to West. Next thing I did was I started preparing for my IELTS. I got resources to prepare for IELTS, and I registered for 2 IELTS. I wrote the first IELTS, that's the academic IELTS, on the 7th of December 2023 after preparing for 2 weeks, and I came out with a great result, and decided to keep the other one, that's the one for immigration, the general IELTS, till January. Now, why did I do that? Like I said, I had 2 options: either to go through education or to go as a permanent resident. I had a school I had already applied for that demanded that I would have to have IELTS, if I wanted to gain admission. And that was why I decided to go to take the academic IELTS. So after that, I applied to the school, submitted everything they wanted me to submit, and I was given admission. This was within December, January and all. However, like I said, I still went ahead and took the general IELTS because that was like a long-term plan. I like to have like a plan A, a plan B, a plan C, just in case, because I was determined to leave the country. So after taking my IELTS in December, I waited till January and took the general IELTS, and I also passed that. That was, it was enough for what they needed for express entry. My husband at the time was out of state, and so he had to come back sometime in March and took his own IELTS. He had already done his WES in 2021, so he didn't have to do WES again. He just had to apply. After my husband took his own exam in 2023, March, we decided to, check through different options that could bring us to Canada as permanent residents. At the time, for my education, I had already paid a deposit of about $500 and was hoping on a loan, to complete the process. But the loan didn't work out. And so we had to, at that point, I was like, okay, let's face permanent residency now. And so we started to, explore different options. We're thinking, should we go for provincial nomination? Should we look for an experience-based, because there are different ways to come into Canada. Several, over probably, I hope I'm not exaggerating, but there are probably over 20 to 30 ways to come into Canada, even as a permanent resident. So we were, a little torn about how to go. We gave ourselves space from March or so, or April, till May, when we finally decided that maybe the best option would be as a provincial nominee. So what did we do? We created an express entry profile, which is pretty easy. Once you have your WES, you have your IELTS, pretty easy. On the 6th of May 2023, we created an express entry profile with my husband being the primary applicant, and got an invitation 5 days later from Alberta. It's called a notification of interest, which is an NOI from Alberta saying that my husband is invited to apply to come to the province. And my husband had all the requirements that they needed. We applied to them, paid the fee they required, and all this whole process took about 2 months. After 2 months, we were given a nomination certificate, which automatically added 600 points to whatever points we had as express entry candidates. And with that, all we needed was Canada, that's the express entry portal, to invite us to apply as permanent residents. We started the whole process sometime in August, the whole process of applying, and we ended up now applying to IRCC, which is Canada, on the 16th of August 2023. After applying on August 16th, 2023, August 16, 2023, it was a waiting galore. We waited and waited. We waited for September, waited for October, waited for November, December, January. And within this time, we had people that got their application approved in 3 weeks. We had those that got their application approved in 1 month. Some 2 months, some 3 months, you know, and it was, I won't say it was the best experience. It was emotionally draining, because you know how it feels when you've done everything you can and all you're waiting is just for that answer. And we had to wait and wait and wait until January. Obviously, we combined with prayer, with a lot of things. And so on the 2nd of January 2024, we got the good news that our application had been approved. And it was literally the best day of our lives. And after that, we're supposed to submit our passports, do a whole lot of other things, and we did all of that. We booked our flight for the 24th of January and landed on the 25th of January. And since then, it's been a lot happening. It's been a lot of, other things happening that I'm going to detail out in other videos. But that's how we're able to start our process in May and get approved in January. And now I am in Calgary, I am in Canada, and I'm all happy. So if you want more, if you want to know more about how to relocate to Canada, how to come to Canada as a student, as a worker, how to plan for your relocation journey, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and help me share. Thank you once again for watching my channel. Bye-bye.